Hello guys, hello. Real life, real life. So today I have a folktale stories to read for you. Although it's a story that I crafted out, that I'm supposed to create. I'm supposed to create it and send and publish it on my other YouTube, my other folktale story channel. But I decided to read it here. I forgot my pants in my fiance's house. I forgot my pants in my fiance's house, and this happened. One afternoon, Amelia's friend Grace came to visit and found her searching everywhere for one of her white panties. Oh, I must have forgotten it at Michael's house, Amelia said casually. Grace frowned. Amelia, a woman should never leave her underwear in a man's house unless he is her husband, she warned. And don't forget Michael's aunt, Aunt Doris. That woman is dangerous. But Amelia laughed. Michael is different. He loves me. What harm can it do? Although Amelia and Michael were not married, Amelia often spent nights at his house and left her belongings, including underwear, scattered around his room. But unknown to her, danger had already begun creeping into her life. Michael's aunt, Aunt Doris, was feared in the village for her mastery of dark charms and old rituals. She regularly visited Michael to keep him under her influence. When she discovered he wanted to marry Amelia, she became furious. That girl comes from a cursed family, she hissed. Both her parents died mysteriously. Michael snapped, don't ever insult Amelia again. I love her and I will marry her. Auntie Doris couldn't believe her nephew defending another woman over her. If I don't stop this relationship now, she muttered, I will lose control over him. One day, while rummaging through Michael's room, Aunt Doris found Amelia's underwear tucked under the bed. She lifted it up and smirked. What a careless girl! An evil idea crossed her mind. Just as she was about to slip the red pants into her handbag, Grace suddenly walked into the room. Good evening, ma, Aunt Doris froze. If Grace saw the pants, her plan would be exposed. She quickly folded the underwear into her palm. What are you doing in my nephew's room? She barked. Amelia sent me to give Michael something. I didn't see him in the living room, so I thought he might be here, Grace replied, eyeing Aunt Doris' clenched fists. He's not here, leave at once. Grace left, but she knew something was wrong. Quietly, she hid and waited. A few minutes later, Auntie Doris left the house, taking a lonely path away from her home. She looked around suspiciously, making sure no one was watching. Grace followed her silently. They walked until they reached the entrance of Darkwood Forest, a dreadful place only evil people dared to enter. Deep inside lived an ancient sorcerer feared by all. Grace trembled as she followed. She remembered the last woman who accused Auntie Doris found dead mysteriously. Still, she followed. The deeper they went, the louder the sorcerer's chants became. Grace's spine tingled, but she refused to stop. Just before they reached the shrine, Grace's phone rang. Auntie Doris spun around sharply, her eyes blazing. Grace tried to run, but her legs could not move. Auntie Doris had bound them with shams. Okay. Frozen with fear, Grace watched helplessly as Aunt Doris laughed wickedly. You should never have followed me. With a sham, she turned Grace into a bracelet and wore her on her left wrist. Inside the shrine, Aunt Doris showed the sorcerer Amara's underwear. I want the owner of this pants to bleed to death, she commanded. The sorcerer performed his ritual and handed the pants back. Make sure she wears it. After that, put this liquid into her lover's food. He will forget about her slowly, he said. Auntie Doris smiled darkly. Perfect. That night, she secretly returned the pants to Michael's room. Later, Amelia arrived. Have you seen Grace today? She asked. No, Michael replied. Only Aunt Doris came here earlier. Amelia was worried, but tried to calm herself. As she entered Michael's room, she saw her missing pants and picked it up excitedly. I've been looking for this. At home, she bathed and wore the pants before going to bed. The next morning, she woke up stained with blood. But I'm not expecting anything, she whispered. A week passed. Every day she bled heavily. Doctors were confused. No medicine worked. Amelia's strength faded. Her life became miserable. Meanwhile, Michael slowly grew cold, distant, and uninterested as the charm took effect. Aunt Doris celebrated. Everything was working perfectly, but she forgot one thing. Water must never touch the bracelet she wore. That is Grace. While bathing, her left hand slipped into the bucket. Instantly, Grace transformed back into human form. Aunt Doris gasped. Grace ran for her life. Aunt Doris tried to use her charms again, but they failed. Grace raced straight to Amelia's house. Bursting through the door, she found her friend soaked in blood. Amelia, get up, we need to go, Grace cried. Amelia was shocked to see her alive. Grace narrated everything. Amelia trembled. I never should have left my pants in Michael's house. We must see someone wise, Grace said. They visited the oldest wise woman in the village. After listening, the old woman sighed. My daughter, your underwear has been used against you. Your lover has also been spiritually manipulated, Amelia cried. How can we break it? The old woman gave her herbs and instructions. Boil these leaves and bath with them at midnight. He will break free, and so will Michael. That night, Amelia followed the instructions. As the herbal water touched her body, she felt something lift away from her. The bleeding stopped instantly. Far away, Aunt Doris fell violently sick. The next morning, Michael rushed to Amelia's house. "I don't understand," he said shakily. "I feel like someone has been controlling my mind." Amelia told him everything. Furious, they ran to confront Aunt Doris, but when they arrived, she was already dead. Her own spell had turned against her. Months later, Amelia and Michael married, and their marriage was blessed with 3 beautiful children. Okay. Let's read this one. A wealthy man walked into a bar in Miami. Those that live in Miami will know about this story. As soon as he walked in, he noticed an African black woman sitting in the corner. He went to the bar, grabbed his wallet, and yelled, "Bartender, I buy drink for everyone." "I buy drinks for everyone in this bar except for the black woman over there." Sorry for that. Okay. So I was saying, "Bartender, I buy drink for everyone in this bar except for that black woman over there." The bartender collected the money and began serving free drinks to everyone at the bar except the African woman. Instead of getting upset, the black woman just looked at the guy and yelled, "Thank you." This angered the rich man, so again he took out his wallet and shouted, "Boy, this time I'm buying extra bottles of wine and food for everyone in this bar except for that African woman sitting in the corner." The waiter collected the man's money and began serving free food and wine to everyone at the bar except the African woman. When the waiter came to serve the food and drinks, the African woman simply smiled at the man and said, "Thank you," which infuriated him. So he leaned over the counter and asked the bartender, "What's wrong with this black woman? I've bought food and alcohol for everyone in this bar except for her, and instead of being mad, she sits there, smiles at me and yells, 'Thank you.' Is she crazy?" The bartender smiled at the rich man and said, "No, she is not crazy. She owns this place. By wanting to harm..." Okay. That's just a lesson. By wanting to harm our neighbor, we often end up doing them good without knowing it. May our enemies work in our favor without realizing it. Amen. Wow. So this final story that I want to read now is a touching one, touching story, heartbreaking. So listen. For 9 months, I was pregnant. For 9 months, I was pregnant. The man I called my husband couldn't even ask me how I am or how is the baby forming in my stomach. All he does is to fight with me, keep malice with me for weeks till I will kneel down and beg him. For 9 months, I was living as if I got pregnant by myself. I will cook, clean, take care of my daughter, school registration, running up and down to meet up with my daughter, going and coming back from school. Go for hospital appointments after a lot of control from doctors and drawing of my blood. I will still go to market to get food stuff, come home and cook for a man that has been sitting all day in the parlor. He will still be hungry, carry face as if I should have done this earlier. After standing for hours with big stomach, back and waist pain, he will dish his food, eat to his satisfaction, and go out till evening. I will still prepare my daughter's food because sometimes she hardly eats what we eat. After preparing her food, I will go and pick her from school. People will be asking me, can't your husband be dropping and picking your child? I will just smile. Fast forward 3 weeks to my delivery. He started fighting, even poured the soup in his hand on my body. He will not only insult me, he will insult my dead parents, my elder siblings, rain insults and curses on me. How me and my baby will die. For almost 3 weeks to my delivery, this man started keeping malice with me. He will be at home, I will be vomiting. He will do as if I'm not a human being, as if I mean nothing to him, which I know I am worthless in his eyes. My eyes will be turning me, I will still be taking care of my daughter, telling her if anything happens to Mama and her brother in the womb, she should stay strong. I vomited one morning and this man just hissed and slept off, only for me to see a message he was telling a lady he wants to get her medicine before going to work for her headache because she burst a pimples in her side mouth. And this is the man that has never asked me how I am coping with body pain, vomiting, sleepless nights, trouble with turning on the bed at night, struggling to wake up by 7 to prepare baby for school. We didn't talk to each other for 3 weeks. This is a man I told, come and arrange the baby bed. He refused. God so kind, I had the strength to start arranging the baby carrier, wash everything the baby will need, and packed my hospital things. My CS was to be on Thursday, but this man that has not been talking to me for 3 weeks just bashed into the run to create problem. I really don't understand this story. I don't understand this story. Please. My blood pressure was skyrocketing. The baby was breathing but not moving well. So they kept me in the hospital for that 2 days so they can be controlling me and the baby. The day of my CS, the hand he broke was not too useful to them. They have to concentrate on one hand to draw blood, fix drip and everything. In the theater, I fainted. They have to put oxygen on me. God so kind. I and my baby came out successfully. Okay, this is all for today. I don't really have enough stories to read today. For now, not today, just for now, I mean. I don't have enough stories to read. So, therefore, I will gather more stories for you guys. And please, I need stories from you also. If you have stories to share with me, with people, or you want me to read it, please share with me. Or Biko, let me speak it in my own language, my own dialogue. Biko, share with me. I'm an upcoming content creator and I'm just starting out. Please, I need your support and I need your help. Oh, please share stories with me and let me read it out. I need stories, real stories. But I still read out 40 stories. The ones I write myself, I will read them out. I have some stories that I published on my other YouTube. I can still read them out for you guys. So have a nice day and remain blessed. Thank you for watching me.